I'm Tomax the Triceratops, and this is a review of the 1985 Transformers Perceptor. Perceptor's from a series called The Transformers. But Tomax, you ask, where's my junkyard detail and my absence of color? I don't know what you're talking about. Transformers is a 1984 toy line based off of transforming robot toys from Takara, such as Microchange and Diaclone that captured the imaginations of millions of kids worldwide. You know what? I don't want to sound cliche. They're Japanese robot toys licensed by Hasbro. Perceptor here is the absent-minded Autobot scientist that first appeared in Dinobot Island Part 2, and is one of the few pre-1986 Transformers to survive genocide. The tech spec says it better.
Perceptor, function, scientists. One's ultimate truth lies in one's molecular structure. Unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Seeks it to the exclusion of all else. Main role is to study the best ways the Autobots can adapt to Earth. Extremely smart. Science specialties are metallurgy, molecular chemistry, electrical engineering. As microscope, capable of powerful magnification. Lens barrel converts into powerful light cannon. Carries concussion rifle in robot mode. Absent-minded. Lenses are his weakest part.
And he's pretty okay. Now you might be wondering, why Perceptor? Well, these Japanese robot toys have gained quite a following throughout the years and have a huge fan base. And that fan base really likes their toys. And I would know because I'm one of them. Sculpting on this figure is amazing. Although there is not much sculpting on the figure, when there is sculpting on the figure, it really pops out and really gives it a nice finish on the figure. The colors on this figure are also really nice with really bright colors that really signify what toys from the 80s were. Put this anywhere in a collection and it will surely stand out. Unless you put him with the 90s Joe collection. Gosh diddly. Of course, with Perceptor being G1, that means he is one chubby chunky chap. That was one of the few negatives of G1 Transformers. Takara's philosophy when making transforming toys was always cars before cons, auto before bots, dino before dinobot, and guns before GoBots, if you know what I'm saying. And that is one of the advantages of the modern figures. They have better proportions and more posability. It's just a little bit of spice to add to an already good plate. With that being said, I don't like my food spicy. This action figure's build is really nice with some die cast here and some die cast here, and this makes for an extremely good figure. Now, he wouldn't be an action figure without some posability. Rotation, a nice bend, and if you unhinge this here, you get some forward movement. These shoulder pads are on a hinge. He can do the famous Perceptor kick, a nice and spicy bend, a swivel with the heat activated sticker, and a toe hinge joint. The posability on this guy is pretty good for a G1 Transformer. Perceptor comes with 5 accessories: a concussion blaster, a spring-loaded gun, a missile, another missile, and oh look, a missile! So, Perceptor as an action figure is really good, but
transformed.
And here is the microscope mode, and honestly, what did you expect? In a toy line where cars and guns and fighter planes added a lot of play value to your playtime, this microscope really can't do that much, besides having a working magnifying lens. Overall, this mode is okay, but it's not gonna do much besides look good. So Perceptor here does have a third transformation. Although he wasn't marketed as a triple changer, he was in a triple changer commercial, but I'm gonna do his third transformations for the fans. And here is the tank mode. And just like the microscope, it's not that bad. But this one at least has a bit more playability, and it has wheels, so it means it can nah. I like how this turns into a tiny screen to shoot some Decepticons. But of course, it is just the microscope, but in a different position. Now let's get this guy back in his robot mode and call upon the Storm Shadow Army for him to receive his final judgment. This figure gets one Storm Shadow because this figure is awesome. It has a lot of posability and it's not a glorified brick unlike many G1 Transformers. The only negatives of it are his alt mode because you're not going to do much with a microscope, but overall this figure is great. So that is it for this review. Like, comment, share, do all the things that you have to do, and especially in these early stages of the channel, share it with people. That'd be greatly appreciated. Absent-minded Autobot scientist and is one of the few pre-1984 Transformers! Not go watch